Welcome to the 35th Annual Art in Action Student Art Exhibition here at the Kelowna Art Gallery. We are delighted to be presenting this exhibition thanks to Kevin Cardell and Rick Oliver and everybody at the school district who have assisted in ensuring that our students get a well-rounded art education.
Hello, I bring greetings on behalf of Central Okanagan Public Schools. At Central Okanagan Public Schools, we are dedicated to having students find their voice, to shape a bright new world. And I can think of no better way to do that than through the arts. Visual arts, 2D or 3D, can express ideas into images in a way more powerfully than sometimes the written word. So I am so grateful to Kelowna Art Gallery for our long-standing partnership and for the many professional art shows that they have put on with our students. I welcome you to enjoy a bright new world and enjoy the talents of our many students. I'd like to congratulate and thank our teachers, our young artists, and of course the Kelowna Art Gallery.
On behalf of the school district, just really thrilled to welcome students, parents, and our community to the 35th Annual Art in Action exhibition. As you can see, titled Bright New World. Just an amazing display of work from our students, and just wanted to thank the 20+ teachers who have students who have their works represented here from 9 schools. Just amazing, from 2-dimensional art to 3-dimensional art. Just looking at the exhibit. What a fantastic representation, and just really again want to thank everyone. 35 years is a long time, and it's just been an incredible partnership with the Kelowna Art Gallery, and what an opportunity for our students to have their works showcased in such a beautiful professional format.
So on behalf of the art teachers and the students in School District 23, I want to thank the gallery staff and the gallery for hosting this exhibit. When you think of the level that the Kelowna Art Gallery is at, they have world-class designation to house, some of the greatest artists in the world, and they take time and space to accommodate a high school art show that's spectacular. And what it means to the students. Every year I get comments from families and students so proud of the work that's in their show. So when you walk around this exhibit, or if you're looking online, when you see a single piece, I want you to imagine that there's hundreds behind this. So if you think of how many schools there are in our district, and how many art classes, and then how many students in those, and how many projects they do, there are literally thousands and thousands of pieces of art being created in the district. And you could say hundreds a day. And how important that is. Art is a very personal expression. So when we're teaching all of those big things like creativity, and for you educators, those core competencies that we do so well in visual art, these pieces get to the heart of that. So they're very personal to the students. The depth of the learning that's involved with those is very, very deep and very meaningful, and they remember these pieces. And when you're walking around, it's not one piece, it's thousands. So there's a myth out there that artsy kids take art classes, and that as we're teaching, we're trying to create artists, and our goal is to have our students move on to a university or college art program. And all of those students are wonderful, and we are all very proud of our students that go through those programs. But it is not the point of what we're doing. Ken Danby, the famous Canadian artist, you'll know his work from the hockey imagery. He came and gave a talk at one of our conferences, and he was very clear that we are not creating artists. Artists will pretty much create themselves. They'll be there. We do help them. Don't get us wrong, we need them taking the classes too. But what we're creating is artistic citizens. You learn creativity in a visual arts class like nowhere else. And if our students continue on in art, great. If they don't continue making art, we would love them to, but what we want is them to be artistic humans. So if they become a scientist, which needs to be one of the most creative fields out there, if they learn that artistic way of living and their artistic way of thinking, then they are going to be a better scientist. If you're a community leader and you can think creatively, then you're going to be a better community leader and you're going to inspire people, and that's what creativity gives people. So I have to say I'm a little biased as an art specialty teacher, but I think art should be mandatory. It is so important in our education, right from preschool through primary, intermediate, middle, and high school. If I had my way, if I was running the world, it would be in every grade, every year. It's so important to learn, and you get confidence from it. We talked about the creative part of things, how you learn to be creative. And it's this appreciation of the world and themselves and everything around them that is so intrinsic in art education. And if somebody introduces themselves and says, "Hey, I'm a teacher," thank them. And if somebody introduces themselves and says, "Hey, I'm an art teacher," know the background behind that person. We are artists. In our schools, in the middle and secondary schools, you know, you might have a PE teacher that was an athlete, you know, there, and they play a rec league or something now, but art teachers, they're artists. They go home in the evening and they work on art, and weekends it's working on art, and they bring that passion and excitement to their students, and they have that inspiration that keeps their students going and creating and keeps themselves going. And artists never retire, we just keep going. And so when you look at these pieces, know that there's an art specialist behind it that's dedicated and has years and years of experience, and that's who's inspiring your students.